Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Lizone, helping you live naturally in an unnatural world. Who are you? I'm you 20 years ago. What are you doing here? I'm here to fix your mistakes and make sure that you share with people all the vital health research out there that shows why people over 50 need to be using near-infrared saunas.
Okay, that makes sense.
Welcome to part 3 in our series. Today we're speaking about near-infrared saunas and the benefits that they have when it comes to your brain health, the old noggin. In order to better understand this, we need to break it down into two components, which we often do when talking about near-infrared saunas. Those two components are the heat and the photobiomodulation, or the light component. They both play separate but very important roles, so let's break it down. First, we need to speak about the heat. I'm going to reference 3 studies. I'll put them in the description if you're watching this on YouTube to just illustrate how the heat alone can make a big difference when it comes to your brain health in many areas. The first study was a 2016 study. It was done with men over a 20-year period, and it found that there was roughly 65% decrease in the incidence of Alzheimer's and dementia. 65%. That's huge when it comes to brain health and reducing dementia and Alzheimer's. The second study was a 2018 study. It looked at men and women. It did it over 15 years and found that there was a 61% less chance of having a stroke. That's a great benefit if you're looking at trying to keep your brain as healthy as possible. And the final study was over 20 years, and it was men and women, and it found that there was a 50% less chance of having an incident or any incidence of dementia. So you've got stroke, dementia, Alzheimer's benefits, all from doing a near-infrared sauna with the heat benefits. Now, those heat benefits are only found if you do the sauna regularly. In most of those studies, they found that you had to do them by regular use. They define that as 5 to 7 times per week. Some of them were showing great benefits if it was 3 to 5 sessions, but the more regularly you do it, the better the benefits. And that's why it's so important to have a near-infrared sauna at home where you can use it regularly when it best suits you. Let's now take a look at the photobiomodulation benefits, the near-infrared and the red light benefits, and the effects that it has on brain health. This is easy. There is an entire medical field, the photobiomodulation field, that is documenting benefits on brain health in incredibly many ways. Things like dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, stroke, traumatic brain injury, depression, even increasing cognitive thoughts in quote-unquote normal people. What I've referenced in the description is a review study so that you can just see, if you want to look it up, one paper that can sort of summarize what's going on. But the benefits are huge when it comes to the near-infrared and the red light on brain health. It works by increasing the energy production in the brain, ATP, because remember the brain is loaded with mitochondria. So when you shine the light on these cells, you increase the production of energy in the cells. That's the ATP. It also reduces inflammation, which, as you know, is very important. Now, one of the big things with near-infrared light is how do you apply it on the brain? Most of the studies apply it directly to the brain, which is called transcranial applications. It makes sense, it's quite logical, but there's other aspects that people need to understand, and that's this remote photobiomodulation, where you apply the light on an area away from the brain, but you get a benefit on the brain. And one of the more interesting studies was done with an animal model. I think it was a rat or a mouse, and it was with Parkinson's. And Parkinson's, remember, happens in the brain stem, not on the surface of the brain, but deep in the middle of the brain. And when you shine light on the outside of the head, no matter what you do, it's never going to reach the brain stem. So how does it work? What I think is happening, and what the research is showing, is that when they shone the light on this mouse that had Parkinson's, they shone it on the head and they got the benefits. But then they wrapped the heads in aluminum foil and they shone the light on the body, so no light could penetrate the head, and they got virtually the same responses by shining the light on the body. There's this communication system, this systemic benefit by shining the light on the body. And this makes sense because naturally we get light from the sun. It usually hits our body. Sunlight deficiency is a big thing in a lot of people. We need the light on our body, and that's where the near-infrared sauna is so beneficial, because you get all the light, all the spectrums of light on the body, and you get the benefits in the brain. So, heat benefits, near-infrared light benefits. The benefits to the brain are phenomenal. If you have any inkling of brain problems currently, if you have family history of brain problems, or if you want to be preventative, if you're over 50, now's the time to get into this very, very regularly and consistently. For more information, make sure you subscribe, click the bell, all that sort of stuff. If that's not really your thing, jump onto our website. You can see it here on the screen, and go to our Learning Center. In the Learning Center, I've got all kinds of videos, some on brain health, but some on all kinds of other topics where you can learn more about near-infrared saunas. Until next time, keep well. I'm Dr. Todd Lizon.